And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a game called Mood X. Mood X, says the box, is a storytelling game for 4 to 8 players in which you're trying to guess the mood of the person who the story is being told about. I'm going to tell a story about you, and then you are going to tell me how that story makes you feel. That almost sounds philosophic, but instead, it's kind of a party-style game. Well, it is a party-style game. Let's take a look at how it plays. The box itself is going to be used for scoring purposes here. Each player is going to get 2 of these, I think they're top hats, and you'll put one on scoring, and then the other you'll put in front of you so that everyone knows what color you are, and you'll be using this to score. Each player is also going to get one of these. These are moods, and I'm not sure exactly what they are. I think this one is afraid, this one's surprised, this one is sad, this one is irritated, then we have angry, then we have... I don't know, like snickering, evil, joyful, at peace. I don't know what they are. And then I think that's the point of the game, is to kind of keep it somewhat ambiguous what they are. The game is going to be full of different cards. And you look at these cards and you'll say, wait a minute, is this Dixit? Yeah, the cards do look a lot like Dixit, but you'll notice on every card there are 2 characters, 2 human beings without any facial expressions, just a nose. So the way the game is going to play is one of these cards is going to be picked in the middle of the table. So you'll see here, for example, a dragon is burning down a city in the background, and there is a gentleman kneeling before a lady. Here we have this person here is about to kiss a frog, and this guy's running towards her. Here we have 2 people eating dinner together. Here we have this guy giving flowers. Here rainbows are going from one cup to the other cup. So you're going to pick one of these scenarios. So let's say this is the scenario that's picked. And one person is going to be the protagonist. That person is going to get a different board than everybody else. They're going to have this, and everyone else is going to take one of those normal boards. The person whose turn is after the protagonist is going to pick which person they are. So let's say I'm the protagonist. So someone could say, this is you, Tom, or that's me, Tom. It doesn't matter, male or female. So they say, okay, Tom, this is you. Then the next person is going to pick who the other person is. It can be anybody. So maybe they say, that's Blackbeard the pirate, as long as everybody knows. Or they could say, it's Joe, our friend. And so then the next person tells a story here. They start out by saying, how would you feel if Blackbeard was about to kill you, but instead he offered you a chance to send you home, except this was his method of sending you home. As he smiled at you happily and ready to cut the wire here, how do you feel? So I'm picking here how I would feel, and so maybe I would say, well, I'm feeling very sad here, so that's what I pick. Everyone else is trying to guess how I feel also. Now, they're going to compare, everyone's going to reveal at the same time, so if you picked exactly what I picked, you're going to get 5 points. If you pick one of the ones that's next to the one I picked, you get 3 points, and next to the other ones, I get 1 point. And I will score points equal to the highest one that someone else has. Now, if everybody guesses what I've done, then everybody gets a point except for the person who told the story. The person who told the story gets none. So if they make it really obvious, like Blackbeard is shooting you into a pile of, fire and stuff, how do you feel in that regard? Well, at that point, I think everyone it'd be pretty obvious how I might feel. So that's how the game's played, and then the card is passed, and the next person is going to be the protagonist, and then the person next to them picks which one they are. The person next to them picks who the other person is, and the person after them tells a story, and you just go on and on and on, looking at these different pictures and telling stories. And the first person to get to 24 points is the winner. The good in this game is the cards. These cards are amazing. I wish they had different backs, because I would stick them in a Dixit game in a heartbeat. And in fact, I'm half tempted to take the deck, stick it in Dixit, and use it. In fact, they're the exact same size as a Dixit card. You can barely tell the difference which one's Dixit from the front or not. Well, these are a little less crazy maybe than a Dixit card is going to be. Anyhow, but the artwork is beautiful, and I like them. It is slightly problematic. The characters have no expression, right? But they do have genders. And even though I can say, you are the girl in this picture, you are the guy, it's hard to sometimes put yourself in that mindset. If I see a guy kneeling down offering flowers to a girl in the picture and you tell me I'm the girl, that's fine, but it takes some bit of working around. And I had a lot of people who would like pick the opposite gender, like ha 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 ha, and then the game itself kind of bogged down because it became about that rather than about the mood. I almost wish they were genderless in the pictures. It might be easier. But the artwork's fine, the dials are fine, the top hats are fine, and apparently the back of the box says they're magic top hats that let you go and tell stories. The game is okay. I think that too many times the mood is pretty obvious from the story, and the cards are so well done that the story often just seems to be, again, fairly obvious in what's happening. You can take that creativity and go farther, but some people aren't really keen on doing that super creative stuff, and therefore they're not going to enjoy this game as much as others. It's goodish. It's almost there. There's a game I played a long time ago just called Moods, which did the mood thing, I think, a little bit better. You just read a sentence in a specific mood. And this game has people guessing which mood you would do. It takes, like, this thing is taking different things from other party games and putting them together in a very attractive little package. And it's okay. But there seems to be something missing from it. And I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the fact that the creativity, this game's supposed to need creativity and kind of gives you a lot of what you're supposed to do. It almost sometimes feels like a straitjacket as you're trying to pick the story. I don't know. I wanted to like it more, and I have a good time playing it, but when I'm done, I feel like I didn't play a great party game, and I'm always looking for the next great party game. Mood X is kind of almost there, but not quite. Dice Tower Judgment? Almost.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
There.